All right, so welcome back to Gotham Sound's coverage of NAB 2025 here with Ben from Riedel.
Yes.
How are you?
Good,
Good,
great.
great. Thank you for taking the time. Thank
Yeah,
you
of
for
course.
being okay, being ambushed by
Yeah,
us
all good,
and
all
pulled
good.
on camera. So Ben, Riedel is a new brand for us. We've known about Riedel for a long time, and we really wanted to share with our customers the kind of things that make Riedel special as a communications company, specifically Bolero, because
Yeah,
Bolero is pretty incredible.
yeah. Emmy award winning,
Emmy award
Bullard.
winning.
Yes, won an Emmy last year. So yeah, we can kind of talk about pretty high level, maybe some different ways that you can leverage Bolero, how you use it, some of the use cases, all that kind of fun stuff, and go from there. But essentially, this is it. Bolero, wireless communication, 6 keys, 6 buttons on there. We got 4 here and then 2 on the side. Very robust. There's a can opener or a bottle opener, I should say, on the bottom, which is always everybody's favorite feature.
Uh-huh.
But the 2 different ways you can kind of use this is in a mode we call standalone mode, which essentially is a very, I guess, bare bones type setup where you've got just the belt packs and the antennas. And you can take that around. Doesn't need a audio matrix or a frame or anything like that. It just runs through the switch. Or you can do it in what we call integrated mode, which brings in that audio frame, right? The matrix itself. That's when you can get into some of our key panels, right? Over here, this is what we call a smart panel. This is the 1232, so it's 32 keys, 2 RU, rack mount, super pretty colors, lever keys, point-to-point, party line, everything, right, runs through those panels. So once we get it, that's integrated mode, right? That's when you have the full setup and you've got a frame. That is licensed in banks of 16, so you can get a full system that only does between 16 packs or belt packs, any combination of the 2, or you can scale that all the way up to 1024, which is the name of the frame, right? Artist 1024. So 1024 ports, can handle up to all of that, and again, that's just a combination of any ingest stream that you have, whether that's a belt pack, a camera that you're audio that you're bringing in, 4-wire conversion, the panels, anything like that. So that's kind of the 2 ways that Bolero works.
And so this is the belt pack.
Yes.
And then in terms of the standalone mode, you're going through like a transceiver like this, or?
Yeah. Well, basically, no. Actually, all
No.
you need is then the network is all you need. So the switch connects to the belt to the antennas, and the belt packs talk to the antennas, and that gets then sent out via that way.
So this is the antenna.
This is the antenna, the transceiver, if you will. Yes,
I
whatever your verbiage
however you want to call
right?
it. Yep.
Yeah. We call it an antenna, but yeah, transceiver essentially is the same thing. So,
okay.
So that's how that works. 10 belt packs per antenna. So once you've kind of reached that max, then it's time to get another antenna and some more packs.
Okay, and so you can have one of these up in any zone.
Correct.
What frequency range do they work in?
So this is 1.9 gigahertz. So DECT is the frequency that we play in there, but this is all 1.9. So it does have Bluetooth. Bluetooth runs on 2.4. So you can do Bluetooth. You can do obviously a 4-pin regular headset. Anything will go into the Bolero.
Nice. Okay. And Bluetooth was, you guys were one of the first to be able to integrate with consumer professional Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah, and I would say it's a pretty widely used method with Bolero is depending obviously on your situation and the environment that you're in, but a lot of times we'll have a lot of users that do take advantage of that. Yeah, use Bluetooth.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so, all right, so we've got the antenna, we've got the Bluetooth belt pack. One thing, can I hold this for
absolutely.
a second? It's nice that it is small in the hand.
Yes.
Like it's grabbable, even for my small hands.
We do have even like a slimmer down version of it as well. Through another department basically of Riedel called Managed Technologies that develops kind of custom versions of everything that you see here. So we do have even slim. That's what every NFL referee wears on their belt pack, is a little bit slimmer down version. Same features, everything, but it's just not quite as thick, I guess.
Does when the NFL uses that, is that what they're pushing to talk on?
Correct.
I see.
Yeah, we developed actually a PTT button, a push to talk button, where it's just a simple one button on their belt, to make the announcement of the call or whatever, right, to the audience. But yeah, it's this and a push to talk button is all they have.
And then they can hear with whatever headset they're
Correct.
using. I see.
Yes. Yep.
Very
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
And then so you've got your antenna,
Yep.
you've got 10 belt packs. You want to expand, you're going to go through something like this. Is that right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So this is a switch, right? This is Luminex Gigacore switch. We resell these, but doesn't have to be that, obviously. PoE Plus is really the only requirement for a lot of the switches, and then these actually appear are our set-top boxes here. So these are converters. This is a 2-wire or a 4-wire converter, right, to bring in any sort of outside audio into the system that you would like to obviously be part of the.
So program hardwired intercom, something like that.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is there, and I think we'll wrap it up soon.
Okay.
Peter, do you want the mic so you can ask questions? Okay. Peter is Peter's one of our owners. He's the insane genius that built this rig.
This is an awesome setup we got here.
But emphasis on insane. He's being shipped back to New York to the padded room soon. So is there anything that we didn't talk about? Because we did get very nuts and bolts in terms of how things connect.
Yep.
Is there anything that you think people should know when they're thinking about Riedel?
I mean, I think the main things with Bolero in general is audio quality, which we can't necessarily do on this particular. But I would encourage anybody that's around a Bolero belt pack to just put it on and listen and talk through it, because the audio quality is superb. It's AS67, very clean audio that runs through it. Obviously, the robustness of the packs itself is very nice for being in production, live production situations, right? A simple drop or anything like that isn't really going to damage it. It's Gorilla Glass here, so it's very robust.
So it's like what's on the phones.
Yes, 100%. Yep. 18-hour battery life is a big one. That's another key feature. The charger itself actually can be networked, so while they sit on the charger, it will update firmware while it's resting and charging overnight kind of thing. So overall, it's a very efficient system.
And can you, if you want to make changes, if you're, let's say, you know, how do you make changes to the belt pack?
Yeah,
so everything's programmable, right?
This actually is the interface up right now. This is if you had a standalone system, for instance, right? This is the back end, if you will. So the this is our NSAs. These are the network stream adapters. That's when you need to convert 2-wire, 4-wire, and get it into a system. So that's what it's showing here. Belt packs, obviously, right? You can monitor battery life, signal, location, anything that you need through here. But this is kind of the back end where you can configure your point-to-point or your party line. This changes a little when you get into the integrated system and you add a frame in. That's just a different back end system we call Director. But it's all done through web browser-based stuff like that. So,
super. Well, so last question, and it'll be the question that we came in on. So you're based in Arizona, right?
Yes.
When you you go out on site, what kind of things are you usually working on?
We do a lot on site. A lot of it, honestly, is placement of antennas, right? We'll go into a stadium or a venue or a church, a worship center, right? And that's kind of our main thing is, okay, where can we place these? Where is there a current maybe a 5G antenna for communication or whatever else is going on in that venue, right? Just kind of give a general analysis of what they're trying to do, where they need to get coverage. So a lot of when we go on site is around how can we set up the system to give them a kind of optimal signals. So
awesome. All right.
There it is.
Rock and roll. Where is Riedel based? Where
so manufacturing in the headquarters is in Wuppertal, Germany.
Okay.
We do have a U.S. Headquarters as well, which is in Santa Clarita, California. So we don't do any manufacturing there, but we have a ton of gear inventory where we ship things out of. We service things out of there for U.S. customers, but all the manufacturing is in Germany.
Has there been any discussions about what the new tariffs will do in terms of the import or?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Yeah, it's a sensitive, obviously, subject for us that we're still trying to figure out the rules too, to be honest. I think we're in kind of a sit and wait mode as to seems to be changing a little. It's a fluid situation. It seems to be a little bit, but yeah, I mean, once that happens, we'll obviously make adjustments. We proactively shipped a ton of gear. We did about 90 pallets worth of stuff into our California office. To get ahead of a lot of it, at least in the short term. So we are working proactively for it. But yeah, I mean, once we figure out what the actual rules are, maybe we'll have a better idea too. So
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we're hearing from most people here. It just happened.
Yep.
So, all right, Ben, thank you again.
Yeah, no,
really
appreciate it.
appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. As always, you can go to gothamsound.tv for more videos like this. You can follow us on all the social medias. Email us at info@gothamsound.com. And if you are considering purchasing or renting professional communications, audio, or production equipment like Riedel, please consider Gotham Sound. See you soon.